Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. This recording is going to be for Aries, the Aries energy. We're asking for the career, money, and blessings for Aries energy encouragement. And Aries is the god of war according to Greek mythology, but all Aries can learn to temper their frustration and the anger that can come up in them by shifting the thought, fear, anger, go to the opposite word and look that up. What is the opposite of anger? What is the opposite of fear when you find yourself in it? And realize the unconscious loop that we can be in when we constantly or continue to get angry and act out. So, how do we discipline ourselves when we act out? Aries energy to come into a new level of understanding and elevation for yourself. How do we temper? We sit down with ourselves and we start taking accountability. For the Aries energy, this is your first card. Chaos, whatever chaos you have been going through, conflict, and again, worry. Sometimes it's self imposed, is reversed. Therefore, you are working at reversing it, changing it, putting things in perspective the way that you want to see them happen in a healthy way. And healthy means that it's not going to worry you or you're not going to worry it, whatever the it is. It has turned around favorably, and it is your will and your work that is going to help it to shift into a healthy perspective. You could have had problems in your relationship or at work, and what your problem was telling you is actually to get to the root and solve the problem. You may not be able to do it with the people, but you can do it for yourself by taking certain actions. And that is not an act of acting out, but changing how you approach things and how you react to things. Okay, here's your second card. So it says Five of Cups. So I guess through this, you've had some type of grief or remorse, some type of emotional feelings that upset you. Um, the grief is something to look at, or the conflict, the upset is something to look at for you to learn from everything that I've already said, actually, because how you deal with situations and people is a result of how you feel within. And so, if you're grieving, take some time with yourself. And grieving is not just in losses. Some people may have lost loved ones. Take time with yourself and grieve. Have a healthy grieving process. Take time to yourself so that you can understand what's happened, Aries. Also, take time if it's grief, remorse, or pain because of relationship loss or financial losses, because it doesn't mean that it's permanent. Um, when it comes to physical things such as our work life, we could be in a transformation. We could be in that change areas. When it comes to finances, your money could be shifting. You might be prompted to go into another uh, business or another job, put in resumes. Don't sit and grieve over where you are right now concerning financial losses. Push forward to make things happen. Connect with people that can help you to make things happen. Okay? So God bless you in this here place. Let's get the third card. And wherever there was a lack of movement, you're going to be moving forward now. I want to pull another card on this Five of Cups and your emotions, praying for your healing emotionally and this movement, this turned around, because something stopped, but now the high priestess is coming in and saying that you need to go within and begin to work from within. And that means that some people do have a prayer life, but sometimes they still think limitedly. Like today I was having prayer with some of my constituents, and one of the scriptures that I stand on is, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And so if I say I shall not want, then I do not want. That means that I'm looking to the higher power um, for what I need, not to people outside of me. I'm looking within, by the way. All right. So your inner voice is calling you. So there is a new way for you. There is newness around you, because your higher power is calling you to get the information you need to move forward from within. So outer situations, work, could be at a standstill, or could have been at a standstill, but it's because there's a new way of life that the universe is calling you to work in conjunction with, meaning that the universe, God, Goddess, however you see it, seems to be calling you through circumstances that have not been as productive as they used to be, through seeming losses, to come within so that you can start creating within the womb. Some people call it the dark night of the soul. I think that it's learning how to create from within, which is in the womb, and that's for men and women. Within you is where your creations manifest from, because you're connected with God and the creation. That means that you're not working like a slave, and that could be offensive to others. But, people talk about slavery, but they don't really understand the epitome of slavery. So we'll talk about that another time. But here, your high priest is calling you within to look at things that you actually can do, that's not going to be as possibly laborious, and relieve yourself of um, regrets, remorse, doubt, worry, even beating yourself up about what you haven't been able to do, and giving you encouragement that you can do all things. But you're going to have to look to another. It's going to be a change in the way that you do things. You're going to look to the hills from which cometh your help. You're going to look at that as a motivating factor. You're going to transform your life. You're transforming your conditions, your works, and how you do things, how you say, how you walk and talk. So you're in transformation, and that's wonderful. So get into your spiritual life, sit there daily, and get into groups that are practicing meditation. Be blessed and have a wonderful day, and prosperity is your portion. Bye bye.